First stream we had our so-called technical guy forgot to set the VOD and didn't record it either, so thank you.
The recording just crashed again, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it was streamed, it's just there's no
So, like,
VOD
no, we'll have a
or,
VOD, but,
YouTube
like, no
post.
recording. But Ryan can direct
Okay,
us.
so
Well, on that note, I'm Robert, joined by the following: Ryan,
Shalom.
Jack,
Shalom.
Jordan,
Wait, that's my
shalom.
Nick, and then I'll let the other guy introduce himself so he can say
Hi, I'm
his
Senior
full
Recruit Battles from Division 008, Class 0 of Hospital Corpsman Basic. Thank you. That's all I gotta
Where
say.
That's
are
a
you
lot
stationed at?
shorter.
Joint
Yeah, we're-
Base San
Joint
Antonio,
Base- Okay,
Fort Sam Houston, San Antonio, Texas.
thank you. That clears up any questions I
Yeah,
had.
yeah,
Yes.
This week, Brian is not joining us. He is somewhere else. But, he'll
He's
be
got
here
somewhere,
next week.
more
He
important to
claims.
be.
Yeah.
He's got, yeah,
More
he's too big
important.
for us.
Yeah, he doesn't
God.
care about us.
We couldn't afford him this time.
His contract is too expensive. You guys
Yeah, we had to
accept
let him go.
Oh fuck.
So, what's been happening recently?
Well,
Reid?
I could tell
Reid
you
almost
something.
died. No, Reid almost died. I want to
Oh,
start with
yeah,
that.
sorry.
I want to
So-
start with that.
So our class did IVs, right? Like, you know, stuff you get stuck in your fucking arm. And my IV went fine. I can do IVs just fine because
A little
I'm not-
backstory. Reid is a Navy corpsman, aka medic. So that's why
Yeah,
he's doing all
so-
that.
we're doing live stick is what it was called. So we were actually sticking each other with the IV needles. And the person that did it, so they stuck it, you can't really see, but they stuck it in my arm right there. And when you stick the IV in and you pull out the needle, there's like this, it's like a plastic bit that sticks out. It's called the catheter. You're supposed to push the vein that it's stuck in so it doesn't bleed everywhere. Like you're supposed to push down with the finger. And he did not do that. And I was bleeding everywhere onto like this little trucks pad they put underneath me. And then he just still sat there with like blood covered in his hands, fucking
Jesus
twisting the
Christ.
catheter. He was twisting it around in my vein. Yeah, it was bad for your bones.
Did it
Remember,
hurt?
he drew my
we
blood
like-
out with a syringe, and then put it right back into my body. Which I mean, I don't know about
Let me
you, but
recycle, reduce, reuse, recycle.
I mean, if it was sterile, it doesn't matter, but...
yeah, it was sterile. It was sterile though. But I mean, still, you usually don't do that. Once it
What are
comes
the
out of the
odds
body,
that
you
that
don't.
motherfucker is gonna pass Corpsman school?
Probably
He's
negative.
doing well so far. It just
Except
but,
for
like,
that.
He fucked up the lab.
it wasn't actually a lab. It was just something fun we got
For
to do.
for fun, by the way.
Dude, I
Yeah,
fucking
I
hate
watched him
needles.
stick the
Bleeding-
needle into my vein,
Oh.
and I watched him just like put the
Bleeding profusely is fun.
I watched him just put his fingers on top, like I felt it just on top of my skin, not pushing, and this blood was
Mm.
leaking out. And
See,
my
that's
instructor
the
was just
thing.
sitting there watching.
I can't
He
really
was
look at
twisting the
needles
catheter.
going into me. Like I can't really
Yeah.
look. Like were you looking, or were you just kind of like?
I watched
what
the
fuck
entire
is
time. I
that?
watched the
What is that?
entire thing. I'm surprised it didn't
Did
pass
you
out,
s-
cause like,
Did you like say something? Like, Kate?
yeah, I
you're
was like,
fucking up.
stop twisting the catheter,
He's like, I got it under
because
control.
because you had to attach this little nub to the end of the catheter so it would stop the blood from coming out. But he's holding the catheter, trying to put the nub on, like twisting the catheter. You could feel it. It's like something worming around in your vein. It was very.
Ah,
Fuck.
God damn it.
No,
Dude,
no,
I
no,
got
no,
Wasn't
no.
this.
the
I'm
only
a
story to
corpsman.
come out of that
Dude.
fun experiment there, was it?
Dude,
Oh yeah, and someone else, dumbass. So they found the vein on the arm, usually around this area. It's about a 2-inch area around the bend of the arm is where you do it. They stuck inside. So you go in at a 15 to 30 degree angle with the needle, and then you go flat, and then you push in a bit more. This dumbass just pushed the entire needle through the vein and bursted someo's vein into their
Oh my
arms, and like their arms started
God.
swelling up with blood.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, like, and then
That's
it
funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't
was
stand that
quite a good
shit.
meme.
Dude, that shit fucking bothers me. I hate needles.
Yeah, like
I'm
other
a-
people are just sticking it into people's arms without their veins. Like people are kind of dumb. I
Like
mean,
at the
but
doctor's office, I can tolerate
Shots.
them sticking my arm,
Yeah,
but
shots are chill.
if I saw my arm profusely bleeding because some motherfucker's jobbing my arm, then I don't know if I could do that.
Well, like,
I don't know how I remained conscious, honestly, because I thought like most people pass out when they see blood coming out of their body, but I was just sitting there like watching blood pool up on my arm,
well, like,
like pool and go onto the truck's pad. And I was sitting there like,
last time I watched me, like,
and he was pulling out gauze, and like the gauze was just all bloody before he even got to my arm. Because the amount of blood that was on his hands.
Do you guys have chat open right now?
Jordan saw the same thing I saw.
Oh, you bitch!
Jonas asked.
Jonas, you
asked
bitch.
what's Nick's height.
Still 5'4".
Nick, you want to disclose?
Still
Nick?
5'4".
Dirk the Merc just says
5'4".
cock.
I have no experience in such topics, but
I do.
Yeah.
I'm pretty familiar.
Actually,
I'm pretty
during my boot camp, we had a
Oh,
divisional
fuck
cock
you,
and ball
Jonas. Fuck you.
What did he say?
He said his
He
girlfriend's
said his
taller.
girlfriend's taller than Nick, and she's like
Damn.
5'4".
Yeah.
everyone's
5'5".
girlfriend's taller than Nick.
Yikes.
A lot of people
Nick
are
would- Nick
taller
would be
than
the
but we
perfect
don't- we
girlfriend,
still
dude.
love you, Nick.
Nick would be like perfect height for like maybe like licking your like belly button or something just to get you off. You're like,
Nick, you on a date?
Hey, Nick.
Nah, dude.
You'd be at the front of the formation where all the short people march. Hopefully you can actually
About-
march though, because
about
our fucking
face, by the
formation,
way.
our class can't fucking march for some reason.
Okay, Dirk's the
Yeah,
only homie here. Dirk's the only homie here. Derek's the only homie.
No, dude. Reid, do you have chat open?
Thank you, Derek.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at it.
Hunter called you out. Do you want to give him your full
Hospital.
title? Give him your full title so Hunter knows what's up.
Fucking seaman recruit. That's my full fucking title.
Seaman recruit. But it was like
I'm
what was it
fucking-
of
the
like
audio might be
hospital
muted.
seaman recruit?
Oh wait, hold on. No, we good. I love
You're
it.
actually
Don't
Pepega.
listen to me.
You
I'm big
can't
Pepega.
say that.
Of course we
That
respect
scares the
Reid. We always
shit out
respect
of
our
me.
troops.
Oh, there's Aiden Olsen. I see his ass.
Robert,
Said
that is
8 and
completely
14.
wrong. That is completely wrong, Robert. It's on the bill. It's on the bill.
That's what I was
Reid
doing.
taught me.
Guy
Reid
that
taught
have a
me.
top.
Reid taught
It's
me.
on
He
fingers,
said,
middle finger underneath, like this.
Yep. Yep. Middle finger underneath, and it's kind of pointed down at an angle a
And you
little
point
bit.
it down so you can kind of see like the palm of your hand. It's like towards the front.
Yeah.
Wait,
Look,
like,
look,
What
look.
if you
I'm
don't have a
paused.
hat?
You got.
You don't
you got
salute,
a, you got a
asshole.
head top.
You
Technically,
only salute when you have a
Derek-
cover.
Wait,
Derek,
does
I don't know if
it
you can
bean
salute with a
count?
watch
Wait,
cap.
does it bean?
Like it counts as a watch cap, I guess.
So technically, Derek, it is episode 1 because Nick, with the optic
Oh,
gaming
the
dumb headset,
title.
messed up the technical stuff.
Damn, we forgot to change the title.
I
Yeah.
could have sworn I changed the title.
No,
but-
it says episode 2.
Does it really?
He means
Hey,
the
refresh
actual
your
title on
stream,
Twitch.
dummy head, Derek. Clown shoe.
Oh, it does say
You know what?
episode 1.
Okay, so I'm kind of
it's
sponsored
weird.
here,
I'll
right?
change it. I
Can we just
changed
talk,
it.
take a
Okay.
second, talk about our sponsor,
All right, let's see.
haggardgarage.com, and we also have Ricer Miata
All
up
right,
here.
let's avoid Jordan scuffed merch.
Yeah.
Ryan,
Hey, I got
so,
a good
Ryan,
merch
you want
right
to tell
here.
your story about your
no,
drive
this
to
is
S&T?
signed.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
this is signed.
So,
Oh my god.
So this Sunday, me and Jack, we go to the same college. You know, we got about a 2-hour drive from where we lived here, and it's fair to say this college is out in
Which is-
Bufu, Egypt, aka bumfuck nowhere. So I'm driving down this this random highway. It's a 1-lane, and you know it's getting dark. I'm driving behind this truck, and right when we get onto this highway, like previously we were just out like on a small road, but we just hit the highway for about a minute. I'm driving, and all of a sudden, I see this truck in front of me. He goes up a little, and I see a deer come from under his car. So since I'm right behind him on the highway, a 1-lane
Tailgater.
highway, I couldn't really get out of the way, or it was oncoming traffic, or the woods on my right. So I took
Oncoming
the deer
traffic
head
for
on.
sure.
Oncoming, yeah, suicide lane.
It's definitely
I took the deer head on. Fair to say, I hit a living.
I hope it'd be living whenever you
speed
hit it.
bump. And my car just kind of was suspension, so it tore the front left of my entire fender off. So I'm just sitting there, 30
what kind of
minutes
car
into
you
my
got?
drive.
Is it a V6 Camaro,
What kind
right?
of car you
V6 Camaro?
V6
Yeah.
Camaro.
Ah, gotcha.
Damn, bro.
Real quick.
But yeah,
That still sucks. That's a
fair
fucking
to say,
Camaro.
my V6 Camaro here, it kind of got decked, and so I'm out of a car right now.
Do you know what I would love to talk about?
What?
No.
Okay,
Wait.
shut up, Jonas. But
Wasn't it the Nightbot?
No.
yeah, I tried to ban Nightbot, but he didn't.
Who set up Nightbot?
But anyways, what?
Dude, guys, we gotta hurry this up
Shut
because
up.
Who
Aiden
cares?
Olsen's wife's boyfriend only said he can be watched for 30 minutes.
That's
So-
okay. No, Nightbot
I just want
timed
to
someone
go into
out.
car stories. So who here has car stories? Because I know I have a
Fucking-
shit ton.
I don't
'cause
know
love
anything about cars. I'm a
That doesn't
fucking
matter,
Yeah,
like, you still have
just
car
mean,
stories.
anything, like,
Like car related, like cops.
Well, when
and-
I was young, I don't even want to say it.
Who is Bob
What a
Monaco
shit
fan
meme,
girl?
Bob Monaco
Who is that?
fangirl.
dude, yeah,
Love
Reid,
you, baby.
Yeah, you better tell your story.
What story?
All right.
I think okay.
It
I'll
wasn't a
go. I'll
story.
go after Jack. I'll go after
Okay.
Jack. I have a few good ones.
I
I've
mean,
was
wrecked
gonna
2
say-
cars. Like, yeah. I've
My story is pretty tame. It was just one day. It was a Monday. I had to speed back to S&T because I had a Calculus 2 class that I didn't want to miss, and time was running limited. So I was like, okay, I'll go 94 on a 70. What's the worst that can happen? I've never gotten a ticket.
I know the
So
answer to that.
I'm immune. Anyway, some motherfucker pulls up like a ghost behind me, and I'm like, huh, that's suspicious. He came out of fucking nowhere. Looked at the top of his car, saw no lights. I was like, I gotta be okay. Like, I don't see any lights. We're fine. And then all of a sudden, his entire front dashboard just fucking
lit
lights
up.
up. I
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
I pull over to the side.
You didn't
get over
drive
for him.
faster?
Can you say what you were
Uh,
going for the record, so people
yeah.
know?
94 and a 70 is what he gave me.
Yeah.
So you already know I didn't get out of the ticket. I was really polite. He pulled up. He was like, "Where are you heading today?" S and T, and he hit me with the "Stay right there."
Oh, so let me write that ticket. Is it was it highway patrol?
Sounded pretty damn blunt.
No, I
the way you
got a good
explained it
truck
to
story.
us.
I got a
Was
good
it-
story about my car
Jack,
too. Or,
Jack, was it highway patrol?
Yeah, it was highway.
yeah.
Of course you
You're
got a
not getting,
ticket.
highway stupid.
Highway
It was
patrol.
it was
No
Crawford
highway
County
patrol.
Highway Patrol, and he was
Oh,
fucking big dick,
that's
and he was
giga
angry.
random. Of course he was. He has nothing else better to do with his day. You're the first person he saw all day. He's like, oh, he's speeding. Let's get him.
Well, he cashed out, and he's getting my money.
Well,
I need to feed
you're welcome,
my family.
Crawford County.
So Hunter fucked
Anyone else got a
Barrett's
fun
exhaust.
story?
I have quite a few. I'll let other people go first, though.
I mean,
I mean, something else before my deer story. About a year back, I got into another car accident.
Oh
Needless to
yeah,
say,
yeah.
it's not my fault. I got rear-ended.
oh, that's right.
Leaving the
I remember
school.
that. I remember that.
Wait, when was it? The school?
Yeah, it was junior
I
year,
wouldn't-
right?
I wouldn't name
Shit.
drop because
Yeah, okay, so I was taxiing
Bitches.
Reid, Navy boy here.
Okay,
And
hold up. Nightbot just timed out Dirt the Merc. That's
Yeah,
not okay.
we need to fucking ban Nightbot.
Who the fuck added Nightbot?
Who do you think?
I don't know. It's
Probably
just
George.
it's just on
Whoever's the mo-
it's just
whoever-
on
oh, who's-
normal settings. So I mean,
Okay, Aiden, you're getting timed out.
Do I need to
You
go
didn't
into
want
the
me to?
settings?
Or you
Hey,
just-
I want to hear more from Bob Monacon's fangirl. Honestly, I'm really intrigued.
hello?
half of these
you muted
accounts
there
from
for a
It was,
second,
Reed.
Oh, okay. What the fuck? Stupid. I hate this fucking headset with this mute. But the first day I ever got my license, I fucking was driving down the road, going the speed limit because I'm a respectful person. I follow the law,
It's a good
unlike these
start.
assholes. And I fucking hit a deer. The very first day I got my license, it was within
Hey,
the
you and
first
me
couple
both.
hours. Send that motherfucker flying off to the side of the road.
Yeah, this is just right by your house, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's the only other place I've seen deer.
and I don't live in the bumfucking nowhere, so I don't know where they come from.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a
Yeah,
car
2
story.
times seeing a deer. One in Reed's neighborhood. the
What'd
other
you say,
one
Nick?
I
in
got
my
a car
fucking
story.
I also have car
I know
stories.
this.
What's yours, Nick? I'm trying to remember what it would be. Oh.
I think it's
I was
familiar to me.
six.
I think
We're
I
Wait,
know.
what?
season already.
The
What's
one-
worse? What's worse? Wait. What's worse? Me crashing my car or Nick blowing up his car?
My
First
blowing up
time.
my car.
Wait, Nick blew up his car? Excuse me?
Yeah,
I'm not,
I blew
I'm
up
not,
my
I'm
Nick
car.
not
had to
aware
whip
of the
his car
story.
once.
We're about to get the Navy on your ass.
No,
I'm
I
not
was
aware of the story.
I was going down the highway, going back to college, right? Back before I dropped out, and
That's
this
funny itself.
no one was on the road, and this dick goes into the left lane doing 55 as I was coming up on his ass doing 70. So I went to go in the right lane after I slowed down and flashed in my brights. Dickhead still didn't move. Went to the next lane, went to drop it into 5th from 6th, and it went down 3 gears instead of the 1. And I hit the gas, and I heard it, and before, because I didn't know it was in 3rd, I thought it was in 5th, and then I tried to throw in the clutch and save it, and like, shit shut off, I lost power steering, I tried to turn it back on with the push to start, nothing fucking worked.
Let me
And
give you a reenactment. So let me see what's a good. All right, here's a reenactment.
I didn't hear this
Here we
story.
go.
This is the first
Here we
time
go.
I've
We're
ever
in
heard
6,
this
right?
story.
Here's Nick.
gets
Here's Nick.
better,
He's
it
like,
gets better.
someone pulls out in front of him. And
That's
all
what
you
it
hear is
was
just
like. No, that's exactly what it was
It's like he goes to the side of the road. That was what
So-
happened.
So I pulled
He's like,
over.
why isn't it turning on?
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
Top
Car go
performance.
boom.
Autistic
Top.
bits really
You
help me
deserve an
visualize the
Oscar.
story.
You deserve an Oscar.
So
So I pulled over. I called my parents and I'm like, so I blew up the car. My dad thought it was fucking hilarious. My mom was just happy I was okay. And we get it towed home. And the next day, my dad looks at it. I had blown holes in the steel block of the engine.
he's okay.
So
he
you
put the
legit
rod.
fucking blew the engine
Yeah,
up.
car actually
Yeah,
blew up.
Rod.
Like,
He
dead
vented
ass.
his rod to atmosphere. His car was a V4. Now it's a V3. He's completely missing.
I never
Literally.
heard this
No,
story, so
no,
I like
Jordan.
this
It's a
story.
V2 now, technically. It's like a V2.
Yeah, he
There's
lost
a
two.
V2 now.
Because, like, the
Bye
You got the
crankshaft-
bye,
V2.
engine.
Like the crankshaft
Horse in a
that
Bye.
put
scrapyard.
the crankshaft that pushed like the pistons up, I fucked one of them up, so I lost two of them. The only thing that was salvageable from the engine was the battery. Like, my dad went to go boot the spark plugs, and the spark plugs were like crushed in.
Holy shit.
Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't hear this. This is a good story.
But it gets better.
Damn, Aiden.
And then my dad, because he said he didn't, because like I was like upset and pissed off that I blew up the car, because I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do now?
Not drive a manual.
I'm still driving a manual.
Facts.
And he tells me like the next day, because he's like, I'm just happy the brakes didn't lock up. I'm like, wait, chief, what do you mean? He says, I blew it up to a point, because apparently when you redline manuals, they have a tendency to lock the front brakes. Because I fucking blew it up, it prevented the car from rolling.
Fucking
Reid, your mic's muted.
Jonas. Fucking Jonas. Reid, I like it when your mic's muted, actually.
Motherfucker. God damn. But no,
Seen
that's
recruit
fucking
battles.
hilarious.
I fucking my
How
mic.
can you reach the
Dude.
quads first?
You just read that.
Why is everyone cooking on Nick?
I don't know,
Damn.
dude.
You ever seen? Stop. Here's what I do. Yeah, so I have a
Goddamn.
little stilt thing that ties onto my shoe, and then it's
Oh,
got
like,
just
you
a
don't-
wooden piece, and then I just push my foot.
He's got a
forward.
car seat
Like,
too.
you guys
He's
have seen Indiana
got a
Jones,
car
right?
seat.
Like, remember Short
Dude's
Round?
not even joking.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
yeah,
I
the
love
brick
Short
like
Round.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
brick
yeah.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Dr. Jones.
Short Round is so good.
I'm gonna violate terms of service with that.
No. It's not copyright. We're not copyright. Boys, I
I
want
wanna
to tell
hear
one of my
Jordan's
stories.
Yeah.
Oh, the king
he's
is
got
in
a lot
the
of 'em.
room.
The king is in there.
Let's get a
His
shout out
Highness.
for His
Hey,
Highness.
shout out to His Highness, the real OG.
Wait,
Real
is
OG.
John here?
That's
That's my boy
John.
John.
That is John.
Oh, it really is.
So, what car story do you guys want to hear from me? I have two accidents to
Careful, you're being
tell.
monitored.
I've gotten
You can't be honest now. It
I've
was
had
everyone
four
else's fault but
cops.
yours.
Hey,
Everyone
Jordan,
else.
remember that one time we did
Pulled me
copious
over.
amount of crack?
Yeah, I did ketamine, butt ketamine. No, but there was the two accidents, the four cops for a couple of my friends and I.
Oh, I remember that now.
Yeah, with the video.
Oh shit.
What do you guys want to hear?
60 collab. Jesus Christ.
What do we got? I got a smorgasbord of stuff.
Start
I'd
at the
love-
beginning. Give the
I'd
whole
love-
timeline.
No, start
I'd
with the
love to
first
hear
car.
the
First car.
Charger
Yeah,
First
first
car.
Okay, so first car was actually His Highness, my dad's Charger that's been in the family for like 11 fucking years.
You fucked
And
that up. No,
it was my third day of work, right? I was heading to work or whatever, and I was going down like Mexico Road, and there's like a left-hand turn that someone can make out, and they have to cross all four lanes. Like they have to cross two oncoming traffic lanes and then get into the other two lanes. And I was doing probably speed limit, but probably like 45, 5 over or whatever. And I was going jamming, and the lady, God bless her heart, I wish I crippled her, but she she pulls out in front of me. I guess she only looked right. She didn't look left at me. So she pulls out, and I'm like, oh, she's actually like something's wrong with her brain, and I thought she was gonna stop. No, she full sends it out, and I go to the horn, which I regret. I wish I just slammed on the brakes, but like I went for the horn and the brakes, and like locked up the wheels, and it was just like slow motion. Like I locked eyes with her, and she was like, oh, fuck, and I just boom T-boned her in her side door because she was coming at me. So like I T-boned her in the side door.
And you
And
didn't
my
cripple her?
airbags did not go off. Her airbags deployed. And I got out. I was like, ma'am, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. And she was like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm really mad. I'm gonna walk away now because I was so pissed at her for this because I love that car. The cop and John, speaking of John, he sees the accident because he's coming home. So he sees a black Charger, tinted windows, and he's like, no fucking way. And then he sees me and he fucking whips a Yui right in the road. He's like, fucking whips a Yui, pulls up behind me. And he's like, no fucking way. He's like, is this your fault? And I was like, no. I swear to God, not my fault. He's like, good. I was like, cops show up. She admitted fault. Thank God she admitted fault. She's like, oh my God, it was all my fault. I'm so sorry. I'm like, yes, please tell the cops that. Please tell the cops that. So then the cop shows up. He's like, yeah, I already know what happened here. Not your fault. You're good to go. Don't worry about it. Didn't go in an ambulance or anything. I was fine. Got $550 for my back pain that I had. I said I was in pain. I was like, oh, I have a 6. My back hurts really bad.
Insurance fraud live on stream.
I hope your insurance ceases. I hope your insurance ceases.
I'm sending this VOD to your insurance company.
This was like, what, 2
I've
years
seen
ago?
this straight to the
Whatever. I'll
courts.
It's like the cut of your 500 now.
Yeah,
Before I send this to you.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
I'm
You
just
better slide
waiting-
me some money then. If
I'm just
now we're
waiting-
extorting him. Now we're extorting him on stream.
Oh fuck! That was the first crash.
Did you make sure the scene was safe though? Did you check how many patients you had?
I did actually.
What was the MOS?
What
What was the MOI slash NOI?
The what?
The MOI, the mechanism of injury. It was a car accident.
Yeah,
There you go. You're welcome.
Wow.
that's what it was.
Damn.
Cool.
No, that wasn't actually like a bad crash. They towed our
Sure.
shit.
On the bright side, you got to skip out on days work of Fazoli's.
I
got a
did,
day
yeah.
of
So
pay.
I got a day pay of Fazoli's. I didn't even go to work. I called them. It was like my 3rd day of training, and I was like, "Yeah, I just got into a car accident. I can't come in." They're like, "Oh,
I'm crippled."
okay." You can't come in at all today. I was like, "No."
Oh hey, Ryan, remember when we
I
got
hope
into
you
a
feel
car
better.
accident and we still had to go to work?
So okay, bringing it back to my first car accident where I got rear-ended. Basically what happened was a car in front of me. There was an accident in front, and I stopped before it, but shit had behind
Yeah, it
me
was like a-
because
it
they
was
have
like a
shitty brakes or they weren't paying attention. And
No, they weren't. I looked them dead in the eyes because I said we're gonna get rear-ended. And I just saw them fucking looking down.
he's in my car. We're stopped. We're like, fuck, we almost just rear-ended someone. He's calling it right now. We're gonna get rear-ended. I was like,
Yeah.
huh? Boom.
Boom.
Because I looked in the fucking rearview mirror, dead in her eyes. She's like, like fucking looking down.
She's like eyes closed, like looking
She
down.
has like fucking eyes like this,
My
like,
Snapchat
oh
story,
no!
I'm about to rear-end someone.
Yeah, look at this fucking
Check
asshole.
this out.
She was not. I bet she was not going the speed limit either. So
But
she's
what
going way
happened was,
above it.
we got rear-ended. I take my car to the shop then and there. Reid gets picked up by his mom. But
Yeah, we still go to fucking work
yeah,
though.
we still go to work. School lets out at like 2:30. We have work at 4. We still go to fucking work.
We still made it at 4. We still
Yeah,
made it
we
early,
still made
boys.
it.
God.
So wait,
No,
was
and
Jordan
Ryan had
just
this-
being a little bitch?
Ryan had this
I was-
Camaro
okay, my back
statue in
actually
his
hurt.
car.
Like, I wasn't like completely
Oh, yeah.
faking it. It hurt, but I definitely
Ryan-
kind of maybe.
Exactly.
Exaggerate.
Ryan had this
Yeah.
Camaro statue in his car.
It wasn't
Yeah,
secured.
fuck. A Camaro statue in his Camaro. What a fucking asshole. V6
It was
Camaro.
a
by the way.
Honestly,
Camaro.
What a
honestly.
douche. What a douche
Uh,
move.
It was just a regular car. It was not a Camaro.
But it was still
not
it was still like a
secured.
glass ass trophy,
Yeah,
like
it's-
statue, and it fucking flew into my arm when we got into the car accident. There's a fucking lump on my arm.
Not only did he get rear-ended, but he also got blunt force trauma
Pog.
By a mini
by a
car.
projectile.
All right, Jordan, let's move on to car number 2, eh?
Car number 2. Okay, so this one is my fault. I fucked this one up completely. I had a tiny ass. I'm 6'2", 450 pounds pure muscle, right?
Wait,
And,
hold on, something doesn't add up.
Sorry, 140. But I had a red Miata, a 1995 red Miata, like literally like a clown car this big. And I loved it. Had fun with it. It was a meme car. And I was like, fuck it,
Try to
I want a
turbo it?
turbo. I want to turbo this car. So I bought a turbo kit off eBay, right? Like this is like literally junk. Bought an eBay kit turbo kit off eBay. Tried to install it. Completely fucked the car. Wouldn't run. Took it to a shop. Didn't know what was wrong with it. Took it to another shop. Didn't know what was wrong with it. So long story short, after 3 or 4 months of suffering, I sold it for $2,200 and I bought it for $5,000. Wasn't running at all. Sold it for $2,200. So I was like, not bad. I
So
don't know.
where's
I
it
fucked
now?
it up.
Could be worse.
It's right across the street. My neighbor bought it. Has it running now with the giant ass turbo that I had on there. Kind of salty, but that thing's running well.
he
looks
actually got it
good.
fixed.
He somehow got. He spent
In like a
I
week.
think it was 2 weeks, day and night. He'd work on that car for like 8 hours straight, and he finally got it after 2 weeks.
Maybe you should have called him.
My two
Yeah, maybe you
favorite-
should have fucking
Think
called
about
him.
that, because he's had like 8 Miatas in the past, but I didn't even think about calling him.
Jordan,
I should have.
I love that
Well,
car for two
yeah.
reasons. One, every time you got into it, you'd like bend down, open the door, and then like put your ass to the ground like you're doing a squat, and then just go back into it.
Yeah, every
That-
time you got out of that
I had
car,
to,
that car was
roll
like
out of the
fucking.
car.
That car was like a
That-
fourth of your size. Like it went up
It was
to
a
your
good
fucking
ride,
like
though.
kneecaps.
No, it
It was a
was.
fun ride.
it was
It was a
fun.
fun
Do you
ride.
guys
was
rem-
fun.
Do you remember when we
Yeah, I
went-
never locked the car. I have a video of Ryan and Reid breaking into my car and like putting
Yeah.
breadsticks in the
I-
AC vent.
I was gonna say my favorite part about the car was he always left it unlocked.
Yeah.
So one time me and Reid rolled up to his work because we knew it was working, and we were like, "Oh shit, there's this Miata just sitting there." I was like, "How much you bet it's unlocked?" We go up to the door, try. He's like, "Ah shit."
They like shoved
still working for
breadsticks in my
Zully's?
AC vents. No, God, no.
I'll see
I
you
work
there.
with John actually.
Do you guys remember?
Oh, you were good.
Do you remember when we went shopping last year on Thanksgiving when Jordan had the Miata?
Oh my
Yes.
God, yeah, dude.
My
Yes.
favorite thing about that night was, remember Jordan, your radiator was broken, and we pulled up to the light with Jack, and it was red, and he's like, "Let's race," and Jack was like, "Let's go." So we won
on stream, by the way.
considerably, and
What did they do
all of a
about it?
sudden Jordan's like, "We have a problem, Nick," and I'm like, "What's the problem?" And he goes, "Look at the heat gauge," and it's like almost all the way up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And he's
God.
like, "We're gonna do."
Oh.
He's like, "We're gonna do a 10,000 IQ play here, Nick. Roll down the windows." We roll down the windows, and he just cranks the heat, and we watch
The heat
that
up,
gauge
so it
goes
cools
down.
it cooled the gauge
went
down. Because I had a fat crack in the radiator and it just spewed just cum everywhere. And I fixed that actually eventually. But yeah, that was my secret. You fucking windows down, heat it up, pointed it out the windows,
Dude, it was funny as fuck.
went back down to
So
normal.
one of the stories that I had is my sister. Her first car was a Ford Taurus, and
Which
this thing
sister?
was a piece of shit.
Which
That's none of your
sister?
business.
Sophie.
But she had a fucking Ford Taurus, right? This shit was a fucking piece of junk. Like
Doxed.
literally, like we left it out.
Whatever.
We left it out in our front yard. Oh yeah, just fuck me, guys. I'm just telling you the story. Just fuck me.
It wasn't on the first.
Doxed your sister.
My camera, my camera,
You
my
already
camera, my
doxed my mom,
camera.
asshole.
Yeah, Jordan doxed his
What
mom.
was it?
Jordan. You
Jordan's-
fucking got a picture and everything, mugshot.
Jordan's
Yeah,
goal
he's
is to dox
fucking-
every family member of Reid.
Alright, starting with I don't know his older sister's name.
But no, so he had a
Timing
fucking.
people out. Reid's
And a Ford
sister,
Taurus.
Hunter.
Shut the fuck up. Let me tell my
Hunter's even
story.
on it, dude. Hunter's on it.
Well, Shut.
Fuck me,
Let me see
dude.
this fucking chat.
He just said Reid's sister with a bunch of hard eyes.
Hearts.
Hearts.
All right, but like I said, so she had a fucking Ford Taurus, piece of shit. We left it out in the yard to fucking rust, and then Brian Tolik fucking curbed the shit out of his car trying to drift. So us being nice, we gave it because we were just gonna scrap it. We were just gonna give it away because it was not working at all. And we're like, I mean, it worked, but yikes. So we were just like, all right, we'll just give it to you, Brian. And then he's like, okay, yeah, I'll just go get it repaired. And I'll go get it in its inspection pass. He's like, I know someone that will pass the inspection for a little bit of change. Like, that's not a good idea. I think you should actually get the thing inspected. And he had it for like about like 2 or 3 days before me and him were driving, and the fucking radiator,
was
like
there.
you were there, but you weren't there when he was driving me
Yeah,
home.
no, I wasn't there when it fucking.
The fucking smoke was just pouring out of it, and
Oh
the
my
fucking the
God.
heat gauge was all the way past hot. It was like on this
Whoa.
fucking side.
What are you
Like,
doing?
if he was fucking hot, it was all the way over here.
Make a monk, bro.
But the
And like
thing
it started
was-
smoking. We pulled over. We like opened the top, and it's like, huh? It's like, well, I'm gonna try to get you home. And we basically just rolled it home with the fucking and the engine blocks like melted into itself.
Yeah, the thing was, he brought it to the mechanic the next day, and he said, "So there's water in the radiator instead of like the regular
Radiator
fluid."
fluid.
Yeah,
And apparently
radiator
during the
fluid.
winter it cooled, and in the summer it fucking just broke
Yeah,
everything.
So what happened was when it was cold it was below freezing that day. So I think they said like
We've been
the
up
shit
for
was
29
frozen.
minutes,
It was not
Cammy.
circulating. And even then, it could have just all been gone because it was water.
Hey, Robert, do you have any car stories?
I do actually.
Oh,
Really?
let's hear.
So, do you guys remember junior year when 2 buses got in an accident?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I think I did.
yeah.
So
Am I
just happened
doxing
to be-
people? I don't think I'm doxing people by
No.
saying first names.
I don't know.
I mean, I said Reid's sister's first name, and you can kind of get the last name from Reid.
See him in recruit battles. Alright. So
Oh shit, doxed.
I was in one of those cars that
Can you just put his sister's Instagram account in chat?
Wait. hold on.
Yes.
Shut
Let's
the
just
fuck
link it
up.
all. Let's link it all. Might
Let's
as
go
well.
ahead and get her address out too and her social security number.
Do you
Good
have
That's a
that?
idea.
great idea.
Well,
Let's
let's-
do that.
Might as well.
Let's open some credit cards in her name.
I want to hear
Alright,
Robert's
Robert,
story.
as you're saying, let's go.
Robert.
So, I was in one of those cars that just happened to get in the wreck with the buses. So we were leaving my neighborhood.
Robert, forehead story. Forehead story.
I was, God damn it.
We have devolved.
So this is actually how it happened. I hit my head and it expanded. No, but so we're turning on the street. I forgot the name of it. The street that passes the Recflex and all that, right? Fuck, you know our area. So
You mean
basically,
Mexico?
No, it's
That's-
the one.
I
I
don't
know
know.
what you're
Spencer?
talking about.
Is it Spencer? I don't
Yeah,
know.
Spencer Road.
Spencer. All right, so we're about to
Okay, we
turn on
have
that.
to buy it.
We're turning right on red, and I was looking down at my phone, texting, and then
Were
I
you
just hear-
driving?
No. I was in the back.
Okay, I was
seat.
about to say.
Oh no.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You're live. You're
So
live.
before I say this, it was I'm not gonna name the person, but he didn't have his 6 months of license yet, so he wasn't supposed to have this many people in his car, right? There was someone in the front and two in the back. I was in the back. So I'm looking at my phone. He starts going. It's this 1995 Civic that's really shitty, like. But he starts pulling out, and then I hear, and I look up and I see a
Oh.
fucking bus passes. I'm like,
Oh.
oh my god, what? And then Mason's like, oh fuck.
So like squad life or no?
His name is Mason.
Let's go ahead and get there. Let's go ahead and put his name in social security
Come
number
on,
in
throw
chat,
some more
guys.
names out. Let's go.
His name is Mason.
That wasn't the name. That was just that was a name to protect his identity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
his
right,
name's
right.
Mason.
Fake name.
Mason.
Fake name.
His name's not Mason. That's a stage name.
His name's
So
actually
basi-
Reznov.
It's
So
his porn star
basically,
name. You can look him up.
Reznov, yeah. Reznov, by the way. He's there. He helped me escape jail once.
what a guy! Absolutely.
Bakuda.
So basically, he just goes, "Oh shit, that bus just ran into me." I'm like, "What?"
No
I was
shit.
like, really? And he's like, "Yeah, dude." And like, so we pull up, and like his front bumper is like wedged into his fucking wheel. He can't fucking move. So then we get out, and then he's just like, "Damn, that's crazy." I'm like, "What's crazy is you hit a fucking bus." It's like you have to deal with the district now, right? And then eventually we see the bus just stop in the middle of the road, has its hazards on. I was like, "Okay, stop in the middle of the road."
Hit and run. That's what he
They
did.
just keep driving. They just
At
kept driving to
first,
school.
so what I was told from people on the bus is that the bus driver had no fucking clue. Like, he didn't even feel it. It's this small Honda Civic that just ran to the back of the fucking bus. And
Oh, so it's 100% like.
it was Mason's fault. Yeah, it was Mason's
I thought people were
fault.
saying it wasn't his fault though.
Well,
Yeah,
here's the
that's what I
thing.
heard.
Yeah, that's why I
From
heard.
so eventually I got to see the cameras were recording like at the intersection, right? I had to watch the video.
Ooh.
This fucking Mason just went early, I guess, and just fucking bus is right here. Mason just goes.
Send it.
Fucking runs into the
Send
bus.
it.
Full set. He did a full set.
Literally looked like an alcoholic driving, just fucking right into a fucking bus.
Yikes, that's something good to say about an underage teenage driver. Yeah, he looked like an alcoholic driving.
But his name's not Mason. His name's not
No,
His
Mason.
name is not Mason Reznov.
No, it's never
His
not
name is not Mason Reznov. I swear to God, it's not Mason
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 Reznov.
Reznov. What? It's
Right?
Victor Reznov.
What are the
No,
numbers?
it's Mason
So-
Reznov.
The cop eventually shows up, and it's like, "Oh, who was on the car?" And like,
Not me, not me, not me, not
we
me.
had a little group before, and we were like, "All right, which one of us fuckers wasn't in the car?" And they're like, "Well, Robert, you're not going to be in the car because the guy in the back is his little brother.
Oh,
and
that's
the guy in the
right.
front
Ah.
is the guy that lives across the street, and my
we
parents
just-
weren't there."
Did
So
you just look at camera?
yeah, I don't know if they got him. He eventually got a ticket for the accident anyway, failing to yield was what it was.
That sucks.
Failed to yield.
So his mom shows up before the police officer, luckily, which blows my fucking mind. Like his mom shows up before the police officer, and we called his mom
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, the station is like right there too.
Exactly.
Like, it's not far.
So she walks up, she says, You were with me. You were with me. This never happened." I was like, "Yes, ma'am. Okay." But then my backpack was in his trunk.
Ooh.
Hmm. Left it there, eh?
And they're
It's
like,
whose
can we
dog
get our
is this?
can we get
Oh,
our
it's my gym
backpacks out of the
bag.
trunk? And they're like, oh yeah, go for it. So we're like, I walk over, grab my bag. Of course, the officer's like, you weren't in the car? I was like, no.
Oh.
I was running late. His mom brought me here. They had my backpack because we had the same first hour. Boom. Technically, I lied to a cop.
Oh, you lied.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah, let's
alright,
go ahead.
I'm gonna send them
John
on.
here?
So
What?
actually, in
Department.
2004, I was actually in a mission against fucking killing a bunch of the Afghanis in their house in like a small
old are you?
village.
He was like 3 at the time. He's like 3.
So we're
3-year-old
just gonna go ahead and
Reid
disclose
fucking
war
rating
crimes
I
and
was
shit
there.
like that.
Reid, I was there. I was the 5.56 round.
Dude, I mean, like, I just have to admit, man, I was actually there in Vietnam, dropping Agent Orange. On
Yeah, I
a
was
small
the Agent
village.
Orange.
On a
Any
small
other any
village.
other car stories? I think I have one more decent
Actually,
one.
I've avoided the Geneva Convention like 4 or 5 times. They're still looking
Really?
for me. Yeah, it's really
He's
cool.
able
Yeah,
right now.
as you're just streaming right now, and
Mhm.
you said your name, your Navy
in
base.
a Navy base. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can come
okay.
try to find me.
Hey,
I'll just
Rob,
leave
Yeah.
again.
Guys, that's Mason. Reed's Mason.
Yeah, Reed's Mason actually.
Reed's
Mason,
Mason.
What are the
It's
numbers
out.
then, eh?
Hey, Robert. Since you mentioned
Yes.
buses, you know what I completely forgot about? Do you remember in like 8th grade when Jillian and Monty fought on the bus?
Oh, I heard about
remember
that.
I was
I do remember
there.
that.
About this.
Like,
Aiden
I
was
hear
there too.
the stories. Aiden told me the stories. Like, I remember Justin and Aiden told me the story. Like, they remember fucking
Dude.
someone had Jillian's shoe.
It was
Jillian's
Aiden.
glasses flew out the
Monty,
window.
Monty,
No, no, yeah.
And the bus
yeah.
driver says, "Hey, we don't do that."
Monty was pissed off at
Oh,
Jillian.
Hey, he just gets up.
Monty went back there, started just pounding the shit out of Jillian. Jillian started screaming. Her glasses went out the window. Her shoe flew off across the bus. And then me and Justin are just sitting in our seats like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden we hear, hey guys, and we
Also,
look
you guys
over.
just name dropped 2 people.
That's
Oh,
fine.
whatever. As long as you don't say
First
last
names.
names.
One's
We're
pregnant
fine.
at 18 and
Is it?
married.
You know-
so.
Hey, you know what though?
I mean,
I
you
wanna-
name
I
dropped
wanna
Reed's
throw
sister's
back-
last name.
Yeah.
I did. I redropped names.
No.
for
Reed's sister's
Reed's
last
fucking
name.
mom.
I wonder what it could fucking be, Jack.
Oh,
What are we looking at? What is that?
Fallon,
What
please
is
calling
that?
me. Hey, you lied.
No fucking way.
No, I'm joking. I have no.
Oh, I was
clue.
like, bruh.
It's some random.
It's just
Anyways.
Fallon.
So,
Anyways,
you
so
lied.
Jonas
Gave
heard-
out a
Jonas
whole
wants to
ass
hear the
number
story.
On live stream,
Hey.
though, so there's that.
Jonas wants to hear the story about when Nick and Robert fought over a Rice Krispie.
Oh, god damn.
Oh yeah,
That's an
I believe
8th grade
this.
throwback.
That's a classic.
And then I can throw my cheese on Grant's head story.
Yeah.
Alright.
Go
So
for
good
it.
on-
Cheese
Gonna be in
on
the
Grant's
stream.
head story.
I don't know.
Wait, do you want me to
What's
start?
the runtime?
What do we
Okay.
got, Nick?
Who cares?
37:56, about to be 30.
Oh, yeah,
Let's just
we'll
go
do
until we're
five
done. So this is 8th grade for my story. It was like Nacho Day. Yeah, so it was Nacho Day or something like that. And I got
No,
some.
you had a pretzel. Someone had a pretzel.
I had a pretzel. Someone had a pretzel. Whatever. And
Those are
Robert
good.
was like, and there was a cup of cheese. And Robert said, "Jordan, I'll give you $100 if you
Right,
dump
hold
that cheese on Grant's
Before
head."
this,
No. Let me tell the
Grant
fucking
was
story.
yelling at
Let
us.
me-
Grant was yelling.
okay,
We were both
let
yelling
me-
at each other.
let me
like,
continue the
across
story.
table.
There might have been some animosity.
Animosity.
Thank you.
And then
There
you
My
might
stroke
have been
victim.
what?
I'm like,
enema?
today,
strap my
Junior.
A
face is-
fucking enema bucket? They're gonna straight up fucking medicating up the asshole, aren't they?
Anyways, we were fighting a little whatever. It was 8th grade, and Robert's like, "Yeah, I'll give you $100 to go dump that cheese on Grant's head." And I said, "Fuck it, it's $100."
And
So I
Grant
walk
overheard
over.
this, by the
He
way.
overheard it, so I walk over with the cheese in my hand, and I was like, "Haha," it was like a joke. It's a meme. And he fucking karate chops that shit brutally out of my hand. Bow! And it just dumps all over his head, all over his shirt. It is everywhere. And he just looks at me. He's like, "Really?
That's his fault.
Really?" That's what I said, but I still got ISS for it.
Dumbass.
I got ISS because the principals ran over. They're like, "What's going on? You could have really hurt him if that was hot cheese." It's like, really? Cafeteria cheese that's been
Yeah, they
sitting
hit you
out
with
all day?
4 degrees of salt,
Scalding,
bane of
scalding hot
Salted hot
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, scalding,
Bane of
like
salt
scalding hot.
cheese.
Get out of here, dude. It was
So, like, here's the
semi-fully
thing.
automatic cheese too.
I don't owe you $100 because you didn't pour it.
Come on, I did too.
Oh my God.
It's in the fine print.
is.
Okay, it was a legally
Versus
binding
contract.
contract, and I didn't read it all the way. Okay, heard.
Yo,
Didn't
I have a
pour
really
it.
good 8th grade story.
Go
It
for it.
was in our English class. It was me and my friend Gabe, right?
Ooh.
And we had a great
Did you call him a
idea.
friend?
Yeah, at the time. Anyway,
we kicked him from
hold
this
up.
call for a
At the
we
bus.
time.
were pen fighting. We had pens, and we thought it'd be a good idea if we were like,
Oh, yeah,
do
yeah,
some
yeah,
Star
yeah.
Wars type shit. We were slashing each other. Then all of a sudden, I flicked my wrist, and my pen goes straight into this part of his arm, and it stuck. Like it is deep, and it's not coming out. He takes it, rips it out, and blood's coming everywhere. And I'm like, oh shit! So
like-
he takes plenty of Kleenexes, puts it on his arm. It's blood soaked as shit. Whitehead comes in, and she's just looking at the blood soaked Kleenexes, and she's just confused. Anyway, he gets interviewed by the principal of that year. His mom gets called, but Gabe, you a homie. He didn't sell me out. Never got ISS. Never got OSS.
So you're lucky to hit him
But-
like the fucking brachial artery or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like right up here. Literally
just
right here is a
confused.
fucking artery.
How
pen was
it
sharp
just
as
went clean
shit.
in.
Yeah, that shit was sharp, dude. It was like a prison shank. Whitehead
that
had
was-
cancer. What the fuck?
Well, no, what he did, Jack, what he did was he sleight of handed you a pen that he pre-sharpened just so you'd feel bad, so you could get on the good side.
So I think I've heard that story before, but like, what the fuck? Why would
Yeah,
he
I heard
just
this
fucking
story as
stuck
well.
into his arm?
Yeah, no. The pen was
What?
literally
Okay,
just
okay,
hanging
I
out
wanna
of
know-
his arm.
I want to know how he described that to the principal. Like, oh yeah, I just actually stabbed myself with a fucking pen in the arm.
Well, no, he didn't say that he did it. He just wouldn't sell out my name.
Oh, he just
Yeah,
like, who
he
stabbed
just-
you in the arm? He's
he
like, oh, I'm not gonna
yeah,
say.
and he
No,
just wouldn't
he
snitch
was
on
team
him.
no
Yeah.
snitch. So I never got in trouble because
Team
they
no,
could never
team no
extort
hezzy.
name.
Team no hezzy.
So, but yeah, I remember when people would raid our English teacher's closet and they'd get out her cancer wig, and then everyone would put it on their head. And
What do you mean
put
a cancer wig?
What do you
Cancer-
mean?
That is
What
so
do you mean a
fucked for
cancer
eighth grade.
wig?
That
he
is
had a
so
cancer wig in the
fucked.
closet, and
He said
people would fuck with her.
Oh my
they'd
God.
book it out of the closet, they'd put it on their
Oh.
heads, and they'd throw it around.
Wait, like,
Oh
Like,
my!
yeah,
She's
I'd
like,
be
she's like
concerned about
chasing
getting
it down.
cancer with
I
that.
want my wig! I want my wig! And you guys are fucking
was
tossing
fucked.
it around like bowling.
Yeah, she was like blind,
She's like,
like
a bald
feeling
keto
around,
patient.
and like people would trip her and stuff.
Why
Like,
is
be
this
like,
I
she
don't
like
get-
Helen
don't-
Keller.
Don't get me started on Kern, dude. Jack and I have a bunch of
Oh.
stories from Kern. Jack and I
I
were
remember
dudes in her
fucking the wig
class.
Jack Lamau.
It was a thing. But yeah, Kern, oh, she did not like me or Jordan.
No,
Jack,
she
what
hated
did you
both of
imagine?
us. I
So,
wasn't as bad
let's-
as Jack, but it was like whenever we clowned together, she just fucking locked onto us and
the table that
Jack,
was
Jordan,
probably more
after
through our asses.
class.
So here
Yeah.
it is. It's the end of 9th grade, sophomore year. We're coming up to finals and
add up.
EOCs.
That doesn't add
But-
up,
Wait,
homie.
hold on.
10th grade.
10th grade.
10th grade. I can do math. I'm in Calc 2, by the
I'm
way.
animosity.
Kern's been pissed at us all year, right? She's been looking for any reason to send us to the office. Anyway, so the same guy that I stabbed in the arm with the pen, he had to take the English 2 final.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
I thought it was hilarious. So at the end of the class, I was like, Gabe's got to take the English 2 final. Ha!
You're just clowning on him. It was a big meme.
And she was like, Jack, my desk, now. I was like, I go over there and she's like, you know what? This was really rude of you. I'm considering writing you up. I haven't made my choice yet, so leave and you'll find out later. It's like, all right,
Right.
you know what? We'll find this one out later. It's 7th hour and I see the hall walker come in with a slip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's
Oh.
got my name on it. And I'm down in the principal's office explaining my story. We're good buddies, man. He knows it's a joke. And so Gabe gets called in and he has to tell his side of the story. And he also, Team No Hezzy, didn't snitch on me again and said, yeah, we're good buddies. But if
Bless
he said that
the
he was
fuck up.
offended,
Dude,
Godwin
Jack would have gotten
ISS.
cucked, fucked, and
Oh, that's
tucked.
actually a good story right there. So fucking, there's this kid in my class who got who was gonna get kicked out of core school because he didn't pass enough tests, shit like that. So and someone else was getting kicked out of the class too. Fucking straight up dumbass. I fucking hate that kid. They don't even know each other really. Like they don't fucking talk to each other. So they go to the fucking commanding officer of education, the fucking person who's in charge of that schoolhouse, like all the schoolhouses over there, the fucking CO of education, like I said. And she's like, I'm gonna go ahead and split you guys up so we can talk to you individually. She's like, no, ma'am, I think we're best friends. We should stay together. And she's like, oh, that's really kind. And then she put them together in the room, and she doesn't even know who the fuck that is.
What the fuck?
He fucking bamboozled the shit out of the CO of education. And
Commanding
fucking
Probably a high
officers
school
be like,
teacher.
COs be like, just Pipega.
There's like, oh, that's nice of you.
Hey, Jordan.
Fucking
What's up?
Do you remember when me and you met in 3rd grade in Mrs. Martin's class? You don't
Chief,
remember
that ain't it. That was like
Oh.
10 years ago, dude.
Yes, but I remember
like yesterday.
she yelled at
Jog
me.
my memory.
Okay. So that was when you found the phrase "I'll give you a nickel if you tickle my pickle funny."
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
So
You're taking it so far back.
He told me that, and I remember it was the most bullshit thing because I said it once. That one kid, Danny, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know Danny.
Stop.
He
Brandon,
started repeating it down the hall, just constantly saying it. He went up to Mrs. Martin, I'm pretty sure, and said that.
Oh,
Oh.
And she's like, "Who
I
do you hear
remember-
it from?" He goes,
Oh shit.
right to Nick?
"Yeah,"
I know,
and I
yeah,
was
I think
like,
I know who you're
I was
talking
like, "You're kidding me."
Bruh.
Oh,
Dude, okay, so I was invincible at that school because my grandma, Mrs. Haymeyer, straight up pulled up. She was cafeteria lady. Like, I got food. All the teachers knew me. I was fucking respected. I ran that fucking school. But, dude, oh my God. Like, every morning I'd go cop some food. I'd come back up for lunch, get seconds, dude. That was the shit. Elementary school was the shit.
she
The
also let
tits.
us play
as
kickball
the
with
kids
more
would
than
say.
what, like 6 people? Because
Mhm.
they had a limit on it, and she was like, "Fuck the limit," and she was like, "Get as many people as you want."
Not biased, by the way. Not biased, by the way.
No,
She
no,
wasn't
no, of
biased
course
towards me at
not.
all. Like, I'm grandson, whatever. Fine. What else
It's
is a
stuff
good
like this
story?
that makes me wish that I wasn't in college, because college is like,
Oh,
it's
Oh
alright.
yeah,
God,
you know what?
take it
It's
seconds.
stuff like
But
that
you
that makes me
can't
wish
get
I was
away
in the
with as much
fucking
shit.
military.
Yeah, you did that to yourself. Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
you signed away your 5 years. That's
Yeah,
not
you
on me.
fucking signed away for your fucking college too,
Ooh.
asshole. So you're over here like, oh, I signed up for
Yo,
college.
Hunter's
I
trying
fucking
to
woke
talk
up
about
at
your
4:30
boy
this morning to go
LaChance.
fucking run.
Reid gets paid a decent amount a month to do nothing, and he can't buy a nice mic. You hate to see it.
Yeah, why are we
Amount. I mean,
cooking?
like,
Why are we
fucking-
cooking?
He cooked
Yeah,
on
no,
us.
guys, goddamn, you're making me cry.
This
Sorry,
is family
sir.
friendly.
Sorry, sir. No, it's not. It's mature content. Nick changed it, I thought.
Oh,
Is it
Haley,
actually?
I remember that. The quiet
I-
time at lunch.
Yeah, you had to like raise your hand to go get more food. Like,
You couldn't be loud. If you had a
Oh.
phone out, they would be pissed at you.
You know,
Oh
in
my God.
RTC, you couldn't actually talk in the galley at all.
really?
You sat
You
there
just sat
in
there in
dead silence.
That's so
And they fucking
awkward.
call you talking in the galley. They're like, all right, well, let's go ahead and beat the entire division, and you can stand there in front of everyone while we just drop them, and you can explain to them why you were talking in the galley, which you
Oh,
thought was
God.
so important to talk in the galley about.
People are talking about LaChance in chat. That's a bad
I saw
meme.
that. Hunter
Let's go
watched
ahead
He's
and
a
dodge that bullet.
convicted rapist. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, we brought it up last
Yeah.
chat, but
Yeah,
since
we
didn't
brought it
reply,
up
but
last stream, but
You
there's
should
no
have tuned
volume.
in last time. Goddamn.
Shit, should have tuned in last time. What the hell? I didn't post it on my story though, so we only
Well,
Twittered it.
Aiden's correct in this, though. I do have the smallest brain.
Well,
No, you
never
got
mind.
some big brain plays. It's just like every
Uh.
once in a while, your brain just shrinks to the size of a fucking pea.
Don't
and,
all of
like, you
ours do
turn it
that
off.
sometimes though? Like
I
Jackson,
enjoy it, like,
sophomore year, ninth grade, I said anonymity. Right, like we all have our small brain moment.
Erica Oxford.
Can we get a round of applause for Erica Oxford and Ben and
that's
Ben?
Wait, what?
a name drop and a half. But
Who's Erica?
No,
Oh,
wait,
shit.
chat
Hey,
said-
no.
chat-
Oh,
yeah,
shit, I know.
chat-
I read
She's
it.
on CaseNet.
Can I
She's
get
on
a round of
CaseNet.
applause for
Dude,
this?
I was like,
we good,
Can I
we
get a
good.
round of applause, please?
Dude,
Can
I
get
was
a
like,
round of
who's
applause for
Erica
her?
Oxford? Then I heard remember the
And
name
then-
Can we
Oxford. I'm
have-
like,
Yeah,
oh.
And then I said
Wait.
Ben, and it was like, oh.
Can we have a round of applause for the unnamed student?
Yeah,
That got
Yeah, let's
him
go ahead and
there?
give a round of
Hey,
applause.
Benny.
Mason V2 Electric
Mason two.
Boogaloo. He
Wait.
caught some
Mason
of that.
too.
Guys,
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Mason,
wait,
fucking
guys, I'm
teacher.
stupid. I have no idea what we're clapping for. Like, I
When
don't know.
the track coach
track
Eric
coach,
Oxford
assistant coach.
fucked a kid.
Oh,
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Oxford
Don't name drop.
abortion.
Dude,
That
hold on,
sounds
hold
like a bad porno.
So I was in track for my freshman and sophomore year, but she was at the time the coach for those years before she got arrested. Anyway,
She's a
every time
MILF.
she would walk by, every fucking track kid would do the fucking 180 just to
Ugh.
catch a peak.
Yeah, she was
and,
hot.
one kid capitalized, and she got caught.
The fucked
Yeah.
up thing was, this said unnamed sus kid,
Student.
Sus.
the
Not
student,
a
yeah,
suspect. He's a champion.
suspect.
He's a
Hold
fly
on,
shit.
He
hold on.
deserves a damn gold medal.
He was in my history class, and like
He was
all-
in our
all that
physics
shit was
class.
going on. He was still going to class. It's like, yeah, what the fuck? What a homie.
I wouldn't knock
Mm.
anything happened either.
Ryan,
If
he was
you
in our
bring it up and
physics
be like,
class.
Shit, you're right. I think we did talk about it too in our physics class.
Yeah, of course we did. I mean, I already missed fucking. Yeah, I already missed. Oh, well, okay, let's go ahead and name drop a teacher.
Someone
Well,
asked.
we name dropped every teacher already. What are you talking about?
Hey, real quick.
Hey,
Someone
man.
asked,
That's
"What's the
true.
craziest story
Dude, I
from
fucking-
our hometown?"
Well,
Crazy
no,
stuff
now
from
that
our
we mentioned
hometown.
Hinks, he's gonna want a fucking cut out of this stream.
Oh, God
That's true.
damn it!
Right, he's like monetization.
Dude, I
Mm.
fucking.
Monetization.
I want to go back to school and just fucking talk to Hinks. That's all I want to do. That's all.
I don't
and
know
I'm
if I
fucking.
go that far. I just talk about my Roth IRA to him.
Yeah, no,
I was
wanna
thinking
go back
about
and
it,
fucking
like-
stick
Should
it
we-
to
should-
Tinsley too.
Should we all just?
Oh,
shoot
dude,
straight
Tin-
back?
Yo, I have a Tinsley story. Okay,
Oh, Jesus.
so Tinsley was a history teacher. He taught what was it? It was like pre-AP US
Gov.
history and AP
AP,
Gov.
history.
Like some pretty brain dead easy classes, right? And Jack and I, also the other kid he stabbed with the pen. We were all brain dead in this class, like easy, skated through with like A's, B's, whatever. Tests sometimes iffy, but so I learned the other day that Tyler has him, and I fucked up every teacher-student relationship for Tyler in that high school. I fucked it all up. Miss Brigman hates him.
Good.
Fucking Miss Kern hated him. Tinsley hates him. Well, who else? He probably has someone else. Funicelli probably hates him because of me.
Everyone, yeah.
Anyways, everyone that I had that now he has hates him. So Tyler is an idiot. He's worse than me. He takes these like, you know, like how
His brother,
people do they flick the paper footballs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he would take a paper football and he'd flick it into the ceiling and it'd stick. He did that in Tinsley's class during a sub. So during a sub, Tyler would flick these at the ceiling and they'd stick.
Was it Jordan?
And,
Was this recent?
Yeah, this is hella
Yeah,
recent.
my sister told me about this.
And the sub was hella pissed at him, sent him to the hall like a little kid. And then Tinsley got back. Tinsley gets back and is like, Tyler wasn't in the class, but he was talking to a different kid. And Tinsley's like, yeah, Jordan and Tyler are both wastes of space. I was like,
Oh.
He said that? I kind of respect that, but it also kind of hurts a little bit.
No, he cooked on us. Tinsley hated you and me and Gabe. He called us the Three Stone. What was it?
Well,
It was
I-
like a spinoff of the Three Musketeers, except with stoned in it somewhere.
I don't know.
He
just talked. Well, to be fair, we raised his blood pressure, so I can't
Oh,
really
He
like.
yeah.
deserves it.
No, he doesn't deserve it. We deserve it because we raised his blood
At the
pressure.
end of
That's
his
how bad
class,
we
you'd
were.
have to monitor his blood pressure because it
Oh.
would get too high because we'd piss him off so much.
Yeah. Who was that?
Yeah, he
unborn
fucking hated
Cody?
me too. I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I have a few run-ins with the
Jordan-
He's
cops.
affiliated.
Jordan, tell the one about you on the private property with the car.
Oh, that was kind of recent. I can't say names in this one because John might be watching. But
Oh.
let's see. Is John still watching? He is. All right, John. Sorry about this one. But
After you're done, I got some chat.
yeah. So this was a little bit ago, I reckon, and it was me, a buddy, and a buddy. I'll say that. And and we go
Mason,
to
3, 4, and 5.
Yeah. So we go to our
God
spot,
damn it.
which like car community we call Mexico. So no one really knows. It's like weird, whatever. We call it Mexico. So we go to the spot. It's basically a big ass open, kind of like a what are they called? Where trucks come in, like a warehouse kind of.
I know
Huge
exactly what
open-
you're talking about.
Yeah, huge
okay,
open lot.
yeah.
Like you can do
Still
donuts,
loading
whatever you
area.
want. Like speed down it, whatever.
Still
So we
loading
were
area.
we were messing around, going fast, making a lot of noise, like revving and stuff. One of my friends is doing fat ass burnouts, and fuck. So we were about to go. I was like, dude, the block is hot. Like we are literally being so loud right now. Like we gotta go. Like let's get the fuck out of here. We can cruise whatever. And my friend does a reverse donut 360 out. So he's like parked, reverse, flips it around like 180 and goes forward. And all I see, because we were still like waiting to get in our cars, and he is at the exit, he gets lit up. And we were like, fuck. Because I did not have any plates on my car at the time. Like shit was sketch for me. So like we're like, okay, fuck it. Let's go. So we sneak around behind the other exit and we fucking dip. But then we're like, fuck, we can't leave him. Like that, like I feel so bad if like we just left him. He's probably gonna get a ticket, but like if we consider leaving, like that could also be a felony. It's like felony evasion, because if he lit us up and it was for us, leaving is a felony offense.
Yeah.
So we park in a different parking lot, and then we fucking get out and walk towards the cop car that's pulled him over. And
That
on the
sounds
way over,
suspicious.
it sounds stupid, but like we just not want to leave him because like he's our friend, whatever. Like we don't want to leave him. And we get unmarked cop rolls up behind us, pulls over to the side, lights us up, gets out. It's like, what are you guys doing? We're like, well, that's our friend over there. We're just checking on him to see if he's okay. Maybe like they didn't talk to each other or whatever. Maybe they didn't know we were like suspects or whatever. And he's like, no, we got calls about you, and we heard you all the way over at Lake 370, which is pretty far, but they heard us from that far, like doing burnouts and shit. So yeah, so they pulled us all over into this other parking lot where we parked our cars, and there was at first 2 cops. They were just talking to us, getting our license, yelling at us for being on private property, destroying private property, lighting us up and how we ran away. And they was like, yeah, that's a felony. I was like, yeah, I know, well aware. And then 2 more cops roll up. And then another cop rolls up, all lights on, fucking just surrounding us. I'm like, we're 4 teenagers at what? 1 a.m? Like, I get it. Like, yeah, I guess you guys have nothing better to do, but they just fucking roll up, box us in. I guess it was like a scare tactic. I don't know, but they just all roll up on us, converge, scare the shit out of us. And one cop, super fucking cool. He walks up. He's like, what kind of car is this? He's like, yeah, I know this car. Like, I wish I had one of these. I had one in high school. And he was cool. He's like, yeah, we're going to have to get out the handcuffs. We're going to have to get out the straitjackets and the mouth gags. I was like, oh, you're a little kinky, aren't you? He's like, no, you guys are dangerous. So you're okay. But I got off with a warning because he didn't see us do anything. He just saw him do the reverse donut out. So he's like, yeah, you guys are lucky. Didn't see you guys do anything. So, just get a front plate, Don't be stupid. I said, okay, thank you, sir. The one friend who got caught doing a reverse donut, he's like, yeah, we're going to send you a ticket in the mail. I was like, what the fuck kind of ticket is that? He had some fancy name for it or whatever. And ended up he never got the ticket. Because I thought there was a law where you have to sign saying that you will pay the ticket and you will show up in court and or I know that that's for certain tickets, but then there's like a certain special class of ticket where they just mail it to you and you have to pay it, like almost like a seatbelt violation ticket would be. Like that's like a $10 fine. Yeah, that's my story. I guess we all left. We all went home.
That's what
scared
I thought
shitless.
too. But like when I got pulled over for my 94 and a 70,
he didn't make you sign?
Like, oh, the cop didn't make me sign. I'm gonna get let off free because I talked to my lawyer about that too. I was like, yo, I didn't sign or he didn't make me sign. Can I loophole this? He said no. They gave you the ticket. You're fucked.
He said, okay. They're gonna loophole this. He said, nope. You're just a negatory ghostwriter.
I also have another scary story with the cops. This was this was kind of
running the cops a lot.
Yeah, it's because I do stupid things in a car. But this one it was like 2 a.m. on our way back from Target. There was 2 girls in my car, one in the passenger, one in the back. And
one
may or may not have been
one back there.
Yeah, right. I'm going to legally not say for sure, but there might have been drug paraphernalia in the car. Not for sure, maybe.
Hold up.
And I was zooming before.
You say that with confidence. When they
I kind of slowed it down a little bit. So I was doing like maybe 45 and a 35, and I slowed it down, brought it to like a 40 and a 35. And I come over the hill, and I see the white light or the LED lights of a cop. And I was probably doing 40 and a 35 at a time. John said that was a great story. Thank you.
Wait.
Yeah. So I was doing.
To you after.
Pound my fucking door down. He say belay my last as I hear him pound up the stairs. No. So we go, and the lady fucking. I guess she's like, she saw my car but didn't clock me. So all I see is I was like, oh fuck. I know I was going 5 over, but she flips the lights on and immediately U-turns, and she pulls me over, and and she literally sits there and spotlights me. Probably 5 minutes. Spotlights me. I was like, you gonna come out and talk to me?
Maybe ran your plates.
She didn't run my plates because they were for the Miata. They were on the Miata plates and they were on my other car. So she came up to my window. She's like, where are you heading tonight? I was like, I'm going home. Like, I literally live right here, like right at the top of my subdivision. I was like, I live less than a minute away. And she's like, so I got you doing 49 in that 35. I was like, ma'am, there is no way you got me doing 45. Like, I would do the speed limit. I know it's 35 there. I live right here. It's like, well, I got you doing 45. She takes her
She asked to see
license.
it.
What?
You can ask to see it.
No, because I knew she was bullshitting me. Because I wasn't doing 49. I know
So I
that.
didn't
Then
ask
why
for
don't you
it.
ask to see it then?
Because she wasn't going to give me anything. If she tried to give me something, I'd ask for proof. But she wasn't going. She's trying to make me say that I was speeding to give me a ticket.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now, like, she went back to the car, didn't run the plate. She's like, all right, be safe, slow down, have a nice night. And she followed me all through the neighborhood until I pulled into my house.
What the fuck?
Yeah, one of my buddies in our college suite here, he has one of those radar detectors where
Yeah.
it'll tell you
Mhm.
when you're locked on and what
Mhm.
speed they got you at. And apparently he had one of his stories where he got clocked and the cop tried bullshitting him, pulled him over. He was like, "Yeah, I caught you going blah blah blah." All he did was point it up at his radar detector on his screen or dashboard, said, "No, you didn't." And the cop
See,
said,
my,
Mhm.
"You're
my
nice,
question
have a good day."
my question is
Gotta
about the
love it.
radar detector, right? So like when they clock you, you're already pretty much fucked, right? Because
No,
like
it
once
depends.
No.
It
Depends on your
depends. There's laser, and then there's the K
yeah,
band.
but I'm just saying like when you're already like if
Laser?
you're already speeding and then like then you get like the fucking thing on the radar and like they're like clocking the shit out of you, you're like, oh fuck.
There's no.
No, I'm
There's
pretty-
there's two ways. There's laser, which is instant. Radar detectors don't pick it up, but not many cops are like trained for laser. But then
Mhm.
there's the normal like K band, which takes a minute to like lock on to get your speed. You know, that's the one where it's like beep beep beep
Yeah.
beep 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 beep, beep, and it's just a beep, and that's when you're got. But if it's still beeping, they don't have you yet. It's
So
until
you
you
just
get that
fucking slow
solid
down.
lock. That's when you like fucking downshift and start mashing the brake and you pray.
No,
You
wait,
pray before you
wait.
hear that beep
only-
that you're like,
Jordan, I'm asking for a friend, but how much do these cost?
what?
Oh,
Radar
they're-
detectors?
they're in the
You can get one
200s,
for
dude.
like
That's a really
300.
good one.
The cheaper
For a
you go, the
good-
shittier they are. They start picking up
Yeah.
like garage, like
Yeah,
shit. They
if
start
you're
beeping in
buying a cheap
neighborhoods.
one, there's no point in getting it because you'll
No,
just be a little
I'd say
dead.
like 400 plus but like lasers are instant. There's no like way to counter that.
Yeah.
Lasers are literally, it just pings you and then you get cucked. There's no
Yeah.
like way around a laser.
I'm
just
considering
hope-
getting one personally. Like,
I think
me
there's no
too.
point.
Oh wait.
You just
no,
don't be
if,
stupid.
oh yeah, but if we're looking at the cost of my last ticket, which was we'll say in a ballpark of 450, okay,
Heard.
after every fee.
Somebody get paid.
I buy like a $250 clocker. Well, it might pay itself off in just one ticket. Like, just that one chance, the one-off
Thank you,
chance that I
Cody.
get clocked.
Hey, I have a good idea. So if we drive respectfully the speed limit, then you don't have to worry about paying
No.
any
That's
money
not,
for
yeah,
that's
anything.
not
no.
being a bitch.
Well, I think
This
if
Navy boy doesn't have a car.
if you're not like always speeding to get home, I think you just have to watch how the traffic is. If there's a fat ass traffic block, you know there's a cop doing something somewhere. But if it's just like normal, like
How do you follow
coming home
traffic
today, what? Why would you do that?
yeah, I just drive in oncoming
Or you-
traffic. It's faster.
Or you be respectful and yeah, you be respectful and driving oncoming traffic.
Jordan, I'm
I
curious.
mean, I think it's bullshit where on the highway to get to our college, it's just a 2-lane road going to bumfuck nowhere, and half the time there's no cars. But the speed
Right.
limit's 70, and that's the highway that I got clocked on, going 94, but there was no one there. So he's like, you know how dangerous that can be. It's like, well, it's not really dangerous.
Going in a
There's
straight
no one
line.
Until
around
he hits a deer.
The only
Inject his-
dangerous thing
injecto
is you
cedo.
going 110 to get behind me to pull me over. That was the real danger.
And then he's
officer.
like on his computer at the same time doing like 110, like
Yeah.
hacker man.
running my plates, doing the calculations. Like, fuck off.
Dude, I wonder
Straight
if
up
I.
hacker
tire
man.
rotation calculations, shit like that. Try to
yeah,
fucking
he
get
hits
your
you with the
speed.
fucking. He hits you with some physics questions.
Dude, I wonder
hit
if you
you
can put one of those on a bike.
What?
One of the.
I'm sure you
detectors.
could.
You probably can. I mean, it's just
What are
probably
we
like
putting on the
normal
bike? We putting the
cigarette
fucking
lighter.
computer on the
Oh,
bike?
I
The
went
detector.
fucking
Oh.
retarded. I thought you meant a bicycle.
Yeah, I thought you meant a bicycle, and I was like, oh,
You're
wait.
zooming down the
Yeah.
street.
Oh shit!
9
I thought you
miles
meant a
an hour.
bicycle too.
You're getting fucking clocked. You're like,
Like
You're fucking going up the hill like.
Doing the little gear changes.
It's like,
I'm
sir,
downshifting.
sir, do you know how fast you were going? I caught you doing 5 miles an hour on the sidewalk.
What's
No,
Cammy
shit,
doing?
no, on the sidewalk to begin with, you can't do that.
Guys, what's Cammy doing?
I don't know.
That's all.
Cammy, what are you
Headset
doing?
Off. He's fucking.
Oh,
Oh,
we
he's
weren't
back.
talking bad about you at all while you were
Cammy,
at
what you doing?
There's a noise outside, and I don't know
Oh.
what it is.
All right, I'll
That'd
get
be
my
caught on
911
stream.
out. 911 out.
Dude, I heard
I know his
fireworks the other
address.
day at like 4 in
No,
the
it's just
morning.
like a long. It sounds like someone's
I don't think they're
dragging
fireworks. I think they're
A body?
gunshots at that point.
dragging
Oh,
something across the
It's a
fucking
fucking.
street.
It's like the Wendigo or some shit like that.
What the hell? That's spooky.
Oh yeah, hold on. Speaking of sounds outside your fucking house, this morning when I got back to the room after
Get on the
class,
ground.
there's I'm just at my chair, like I just got
We're back.
everything back on the desk, like my laptop and all that. And I just hear, oh, there goes Jordan. But I hear like
I said be right
outside,
back.
like right outside is a basketball court. So I thought people were playing basketball. I heard some yelling. But I was like, it's the middle of fucking December. Who's gonna be playing basketball in this weather? So I look outside. There's a parking lot right outside, and it's just a police squad car, like with the lights on. I was like, oh shit! If he's right there, and I heard yelling, I look down. There's 2 cops on someone who's on the ground. It's like, I see.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened. I just heard. I'm guessing like, fucking don't move, get on the ground. But like, it was just one guy, and they sent the university police sent 6 patrol cars on him. 2 of them unmarked.
Nah.
Some dude rolled up in fucking flannel and a fucking plate carrier. So like, they even got an undercover here, I guess, or just some dude who was off duty. But like, I don't know what the hell that guy was doing if he got 6 patrol cars on him. He
Speaking
must
about
have been
weather,
doing something.
what's the
giga.
weather like for you guys?
Fuck you.
Robert's
Low
getting
out.
Mine's
memed
a-
on in chat
mine's a-
though.
Mine's a crisp 60 to 70 degrees.
Eat my ass.
Yeah, we got a nice 10 degrees outside. If we're
It
lucky.
was 33 last time I checked. Here. Not as bad as you guys, but
Yeah, people are playing basketball outside in the fucking basketball court in the Fralish Hall. And it's annoying as fuck because it's loud. Literally, it's like just like a building surrounds a basketball court. Fucking assholes.
All right,
How long have
well,
we been up, Nick?
what?
How long have we been up?
yeah,
Why are
what's
y'all
the
trying to
runtime?
end it? I'm chilling.
An hour
Well,
and
let's see,
6
what's the runtime?
minutes.
I don't want it to be
I'm just
too long.
chilling.
Oh, what about Minecraft?
Nah, dude, I'm not
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
play Minecraft.
I don't
We
know.
gotta play
Sea
around
of Thieves.
tonight.
I'm joking.
Chat,
Yeah,
chat,
I wanna-
chat, chat, chat,
Yeah,
chat.
he meant like he actually meant like COD. You didn't hear MC. You heard.
No, you
like,
want you
talk
guys.
on
Here's
You
the
guys
thing.
know you want to play.
Chat, can I get an
Alright.
opinion? 1 for Minecraft, 2 for me go to bed. What's the word, chat?
Go to
You guys
bed.
pick
Or
my
or
fave.
3 for Sea of
Can we get a
Thieves.
straw poll?
3 for Sea of
CS:GO.
Thieves.
3 for
Three for
CS:GO.
three for CS:GO
3
actually.
for CS:GO.
Yo, hold on. Who said Battlefield 4? I'm all in. If it's on Xbox.
Jesus.
I just heard the chin. I don't know
What
who that
question
is. It
that,
says
Jordan?
Reid. Let's play BF4.
RIED. Excuse you, Reid.
Ryan, let's play. Well, it's still
Riot.
Reid. I mean, technically.
Run the
I mean,
ones.
yeah, that's
bet.
how a lot of the burger. Or like,
Are you guys gonna make me play
Come on,
Minecraft?
let's
Come
get
on,
some MC
bro.
in the fucking chat. Come on.
Who wants my dick pics? I'll send them.
Oh, wait, hold up.
5-4.
Jordan.
5-4.
All right,
2.
well,
Thank you,
Nick's
Cody.
gonna
Cody
get
wants me to go to bed. I appreciate that.
That's okay. My family makes fun of me, so I'm kind of.
Are you short in your family? Like that's like a dead ass question. Like,
On with the
oh fucking window goes coming after fucking Nick now.
Vinny.
No, no.
Fuck is Vinny?
But Nick, are you actually like short in your family?
My dad's 5'6", my mom's 5'3". On
Well,
my
answer my fucking
mom's side,
question then.
on my mom's side, on my mom's side, I'm normal
said
height
herd.
because my mom and her sisters are all around the same height and my height. But then on my dad's side, it's weird because he's 5'6", but both of his
Yes, cute
brothers,
baby.
both of his brothers are 6 foot. So my uncles are tall, but the rest of us are fucking short as shit.
Okay, good to go. Do you have any family history of
Shut the fuck up, Corman.
any past medical
Yeah.
history? You know, like maybe any surgeries you've done in your
Like
life?
scoliosis.
Dude, I had
Jesus.
hernia surgery at 16. That was bullshit.
Oh yeah,
Um,
probably because you're
Did
dumb.
you do you smoke at all? Like maybe
No.
smoke? Like it doesn't matter. Like
Ah.
Hey,
social.
you can't. Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey,
dude,
Wait,
shit.
wait.
hey,
No,
I did.
Jordan.
What about it?
It's a tobacco-free base.
No, Jordan.
No, I'm saying like whenever you hit your dentist.
What's up?
Jordan, my
Oh,
hernia
yeah,
was
that's-
from birth.
What?
Oh, so you just
Oh,
got
really?
clapped.
Yeah, no,
You just
okay.
got unlucky.
Yeah, so like literally when your
Are
balls.
you
when you're-
circumcised? Well, okay, everyone hands up if you're circumcised.
Oh, oh, I see one hand.
Wait.
Can I be double circumcised? I
Ryan's
don't
not
have a dick.
circumcised. Let's go get him. Let's go get him, boys. Oh wait.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm actually in Jack's room right now, haha. If you didn't notice.
Circumcision camera.
No,
I heard a
Jordan.
yeah from
I'm
Dirk.
Schmegma PL.
Jordan.
Schmegma.
Jordan, literally,
Jesus Christ,
when
what?
you're in the womb and your balls drop through your abdominal wall, it's supposed to close up. Mine didn't.
Whoa.
Story? Is that
No,
it?
that's how I got the
Yeah,
hernia.
shit. Yo,
That's how
he
I
goes
got the
hard.
hernia. That's how I got
Dude,
the
that was
hernia.
it, bro. Bro, say goodnight, bro.
Your abdomen, is that even your abdominal cavity? I guess it is.
Wait, so you have no balls? Yeah, Nick doesn't
No.
have balls.
Bruh,
Confirmed.
no, I
He's
have
got
balls.
he's got no
Balls
balls.
didn't
He's got no
drop.
balls to
Nick's no
fondle.
balls.
I love you guys.
Basically,
Jonas, there's an
basically what he
answer for
said
that.
is he's got no nuts. It's okay, Nick. Maybe you'll grow
Oh
some.
no.
You
Oh
need to be an
no.
affiliate, Jonas.
We're
I
getting
told
there.
Jonas we're getting him on here. I told Jonas he's on here.
100%.
For
100%.
affiliates, to be an affiliate, we need 50 followers.
We're at
We
17,
need
by
to
the way.
stream for 8 hours, stream 7 different days, and average 3 viewers. 3 viewers we're not worried about. We've been averaging above 15.
All right, so
thanks for that,
18
everyone.
viewers who
Fuck
are
you,
watching
Reid.
right now. Hit the follow button, like and subscribe on YouTube when
Wait,
the
hold on.
VOD
Hit the
goes up.
notification
Oh,
bell.
I'm cringing.
Smash the
Oh.
notification
Leave
bell.
a comment
Hit
in
that
the comment
thumbs up.
section below.
I'm cringing.
The merch in the description below.
No, for real though. Hey, for real
join the
though,
na-
shout out to everyone who actually showed up for the past two.
Yeah.
We did not expect like this many people to actually show up. Like,
We
No.
got
Shoot.
19 people in the chat.
Like,
We hit
even,
peak,
like,
I think,
even-
22.
We
even
think there'd be
tonight's,
s-
like,
we thought
tonight's
there'd be
people are
6
different
people in,
than yeah.
in chat.
'Cause us,
That's
us.
6 of them
That's
being us.
Like even the people from the last week's stream wasn't like the same people from this stream. So I really appreciate everyone here. I really do.
Hearts
I
up.
did
Come
too.
on, boys.
Opinions on
Hearts
these.
up.
And join the United States Navy.
Hearts
God
up.
Don't
damn
do
it,
that.
no.
We're not. I don't want to talk about
All
it.
Everyone, we'll be here probably around
Remember,
the same
it's
time.
the superior and inferior vena cava fill the right atrium that goes to the tract.
Okay.
So like I said, we'll be here next week.
Go on.
Same
Fuck up
time
the
next
overlay.
week. And whatever. Same time
Yeah.
next week. We'll
That's
be
me.
here.
I'm in
I'll
the
see you
middle.
guys 11:30 next
See you
week.
guys 11:30 next week, Friday.
11:30.
Love you guys.